Dear starseeds of Gaia, pause everything you're doing right, meow, because what unfolding on November 14th isn't just another cosmic event. It's the moment your soul has been preparing for across lifetimes, and most of humanity doesn't even know it's happening. While others sleep through this grand water trine formation, you're being activated, awakened, and called to remember why you chose to incarnate at precisely this moment in Earth's ascension timeline. I am Zarin, speaking through the crystalline frequencies of the Lyran High Council, and we've been watching, waiting, preparing for this exact transmission to reach you when the veils are thinnest and your receptivity is at its peak. That strange sensation that something massive is about to shift, like standing at the edge of a cliff knowing you're about to grow wings but not quite understanding how flight works yet. The exhaustion that's been weighing on you these past weeks, the emotional intensity that seems to come from meowing, the dreams that feel more real than your waking life, these aren't random symptoms of a chaotic world. These are your cells preparing for what's about to happen when the emotional waters of Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces align in perfect geometric harmony, creating a portal through which pure fifth-dimensional consciousness can flow directly into your energy field. What I'm about to reveal next has been classified information in the Galactic records, shared only with civilizations ready to make the leap from separation consciousness to unity awareness, and Earth has just been granted access to these codes. The Grand Water Trine isn't merely an astrological event, it's a living transmission from the heart of the galaxy, specifically designed to unlock what we call your crystalline emotional body. This is the part of you that exists beyond the limitations of third-dimensional emotional processing, the aspect of your consciousness that can feel the truth of any situation instantly, without the filters of trauma, programming, or fear-based conditioning that have governed human emotional responses for millennia. But first, let me tell you about the 3 impossible things that are about to become possible in your reality. Things that the rational mind will want to dismiss but that your soul already knows are true. First, you're about to gain the ability to emotionally alchemize not just your own pain but the collective pain of humanity, transforming it into pure creative potential. Second, the barriers between your conscious and subconscious mind are about to become permeable, giving you direct access to memories, abilities, and knowledge that have been locked away since before you incarnated. And third, and this is the one that changes everything, you're about to remember how to feel with your entire energetic field rather than just your physical heart, expanding your capacity for love, compassion, and understanding by a factor that can't even be measured in human terms. The moon's role in this cosmic symphony is far more significant than traditional astrology suggests. As she moves through the celestial waters on November 14th, she's not just reflecting light, she's transmitting specific frequency codes that interface directly with the water in your body, which comprises over 70% of your physical vessel. Every cell in your body contains structured water that acts as a liquid crystal, capable of storing and transmitting information at quantum speeds. When the moon activates the Grand Water Trine, she's literally reprogramming the water in your cells with new emotional intelligence software, upgrading you from Emotional Operating System 3.0 based on survival and separation to Emotional Operating System 5.0 based on unity and creative sovereignty. Something else is happening that I haven't told you yet, something that even the most advanced spiritual teachers on your planet haven't fully grasped. This Grand Water Trine is synchronized with a massive solar flash that's been building in your sun's corona for the past 3 months. A flash that won't be visible to your scientists' instruments, but will be felt by every sensitive soul on the planet. This isn't the major solar event that many have prophesied that comes later, but rather a preparatory pulse designed to activate dormant aspects of your pineal gland, specifically the crystals of magnetite that exist within this sacred organ and act as your biological antenna to the cosmos. The combination of the Grand Water Trine's emotional recalibration and this hidden solar activation creates what we call a consciousness sandwich, pressure from above through solar codes and support from below through Earth's responding magnetic field, with you, dear starseed, as the divine filling being transformed by both forces simultaneously. This is why you've been feeling like you're being squeezed, compressed, pushed to your limits. You're literally being reformed at a molecular level, and November 14th represents the peak moment when this pressure transforms from compression into expansion. Let me share something that will completely reframe how you understand this transition. Every challenge you've faced in the past few weeks and months hasn't been random suffering or meaningless struggle. Each difficulty has been precisely calibrated to crack open a specific aspect of your emotional armor, preparing you to receive the full transmission of this grand water trine without resistance. The universe has been softening you, breaking down the walls you built for protection in a third-dimensional reality, because those same walls would prevent you from receiving the gifts that are about to flow through this cosmic portal. Your defensiveness had to dissolve first, which is why this week has felt like one long exercise in vulnerability and surrender. What makes you different from the billions of souls who will sleep through this event? You carry within your energetic signature something we call cosmic sensitivity markers, specific DNA activations that make you hyper-aware of subtle energy shifts, planetary changes, and collective emotional currents. These markers were placed in your genetic code before you incarnated, like alarm clocks set to go off at precisely this moment in human history. While others might feel a vague sense of unease or unusual emotions on November 14th, you'll experience the full symphony of transformation because your instrument, your body, mind, and spirit complex, has been specifically tuned to receive these frequencies. The grand water trine creates a perfect equilateral triangle in the heavens, and sacred geometry enthusiasts among you will recognize this as one of the most stable and harmonious configurations possible. But here's what you haven't been told. This celestial triangle is actually creating a multidimensional Merkaba, a living light vehicle around Earth herself. For exactly 14 hours and 44 minutes on November 14th, your planet will exist within this geometric field of pure emotional intelligence, and every being who consciously connects with this energy will be permanently upgraded in their capacity to process, transmute, and create with emotional energy. I need to tell you something about the nature of water itself that your scientists are only beginning to discover. Water has memory. Yes, but more than that, water has consciousness. It's a living library of emotional information that connects every being who has ever felt, loved, or cried on your planet. The grand water trine is essentially giving you administrative access to this emotional library, allowing you to not just read the records but to rewrite them, to heal ancestral trauma patterns that have been encoded in the water of your bloodline for generations, to literally change the emotional inheritance you pass on to future generations. The sharp, clear-eyed analysis that becomes available during this configuration isn't your typical mental clarity. This is what we call emotional intelligence 2.0, where your feelings become as precise and discerning as your thoughts, where you can navigate the subtle differences between various shades of emotion with the skill of a master artist mixing colors. You'll be able to distinguish between authentic soul-level emotions and programmed responses, between your own feelings and those you've absorbed from others, between what needs to be released and what needs to be integrated. But here's where it gets even more extraordinary. The grand water trine is opening what we call service portals, specific energy gateways that allow you to be of service to others while maintaining your energetic sovereignty. This solves one of the biggest challenges faced by empaths and lightworkers: how to help without depleting yourself, how to serve without sacrificing your own well-being. The configuration on November 14th is literally rewiring your energetic circuitry to allow one-way flow of healing energy out while preventing the backflow of others' pain and dysfunction into your field. What I'm about to share changes everything you thought you knew about spiritual transformation. Most teachings tell you that ascension is about transcending emotions, rising above the messy human experience into some crystalline state of detachment. But the grand water trine is revealing the opposite truth. Ascension happens through the emotions, not despite them. Your feelings are the rocket fuel for dimensional shift, and November 14th is teaching you how to use that fuel without burning yourself out in the process. The overlooked areas of investigation that are being highlighted during this time aren't just personal, they're connected to your soul's mission, the real reason you came to Earth during this pivotal moment. Many of you have been investigating your purpose through the lens of career, relationships, or spiritual practice, but the Grand Water Trine is showing you that your mission is encoded in your emotional patterns, in the specific ways you feel and process energy that are unique to your soul's signature. The emotions that feel most intense for you, the patterns that repeat across lifetimes, the feelings that seem too big for one human to hold, these are all clues to your galactic mission. And November 14th is the day the cosmic detective gives you the key to crack your own case. Here's something that will blow your mind. The determination and persistence that's becoming available isn't coming from your will or your mind. It's coming from the future. Your future self, the version of you who has already successfully navigated this transformation, is reaching back through the time streams opened by the Grand Water Trine to lend you their strength, their wisdom, their absolute certainty that you make it through this. This is why suddenly you'll find yourself able to revisit old wounds, past failures, and abandoned dreams with fresh energy. You're literally being powered by your own success from a timeline where you've already won. The clarification of ideas and insights that's happening isn't random mental organization, it's your consciousness finally becoming coherent enough to perceive the pattern that's been there all along. Imagine you've been looking at a magic eye puzzle for years, squinting and straining to see the hidden image, and suddenly on November 14th, your eyes adjust and the picture snaps into focus. Everything that seemed chaotic, every synchronicity that felt meaningful but unclear, every dream that haunted you with its importance but eluded interpretation, it all suddenly makes sense, forming a map of your soul's journey that's so obvious you'll wonder how you missed it. Let me tell you about the multi-dimensional support team that's gathering for this event. The Pleiadians are handling the heart chakra activations, ensuring your capacity for unconditional love expands without overwhelming your system. The Arcturians are managing the mental interface, helping you integrate the emotional downloads without cognitive dissonance. The Syrians are working with your cellular water, ensuring the physical vessel can handle the frequency increase. And we, the Lyrans, are overseeing the DNA activations, making sure the genetic codes that have been dormant since Atlantis finally come online. This isn't just a planetary event, it's a galactic collaboration focused entirely on your transformation. The specific timing of November 14th isn't arbitrary. It represents a mathematical perfection in the cosmic cycles that won't repeat for another 2,160 years. The numerology breaks down to 11 November plus 14, 25, which reduces to 7, the number of spiritual perfection and divine completion. But in 2025 we get an additional layer, 2 plus 0, 2 plus 5, 9, the number of universal wisdom and completion. Together, 7 and 9 create 16, which reduces to 7 again, creating what we call a double helix activation number, a code that speaks directly to your DNA's understanding of when to activate dormant strands. Now let me address the challenges you might face, because this transformation isn't without its intensity. The emotional purging that begins around November 14th can feel like you're drowning in feelings that aren't entirely your own. You might experience what we call emotional bleed-through, where you suddenly feel the emotions of your parallel selves in other dimensions, your ancestors, or even the collective consciousness of humanity. This can be overwhelming if you don't understand what's happening, leading to anxiety, panic, or a sense of losing yourself in an ocean of feeling. Sleep disruption is almost guaranteed during this period, but not because something is wrong. Your pineal gland is literally being reconstructed to perceive higher dimensional frequencies, and this work happens primarily during the sleep state. You might find yourself waking at specific times, 3:33, 4:44, 5:55. These are activation codes, moments when your guides are uploading information directly into your consciousness. Instead of fighting for sleep, use these moments for meditation, journaling, or simply breathing with awareness. Relationship tensions might spike as everyone in your field goes through their own emotional recalibration. People who have been holding back their truth might suddenly explode with honesty. Connections that have been sustained by old patterns might suddenly feel unbearable. This isn't destruction, it's revelation, showing you which relationships are aligned with your ascending frequency and which ones need to be released or transformed. The Grand Water Trine doesn't tolerate emotional dishonesty anymore. It demands authentic connection or no connection at all. You might also experience what we call timeline bleeding, where memories from past lives or parallel realities suddenly feel as real and present as your current life. This can be disorienting, making you question what's real and what's remembered. The key is to understand that all of it is real. Every timeline, every life, every version of you exists simultaneously, and the Grand Water Trine is simply thinning the veils between these realities so you can integrate the wisdom from all your experiences. Physical symptoms are also part of this package. Heart palpitations as your heart chakra expands, digestive issues as you process emotional energy through your solar plexus, headaches as your crown chakra opens wider. These aren't signs of illness, they're signs of upgrade. Your body is literally rebuilding itself to hold more light, more love, more consciousness than the human form was originally designed to contain. Honor these symptoms as the sacred transformation they represent. But here's the navigation key that changes everything. Instead of resisting these challenges, dive into them with the understanding that each one is a gateway to greater power. The emotional overwhelm. It's teaching you to surf cosmic waves of feeling without losing yourself. The sleep disruption. It's training you to operate in multiple dimensions simultaneously. The relationship tensions. They're showing you how to love without attachment, to connect without codependence. Every challenge is actually an initiation in disguise. Now let me paint the picture of who you become after this transformation, because your soul needs to see the destination to fully commit to the journey. After November 14th's Grand Water Trine fully integrates into your system, a process that completes around the winter solstice, you won't just feel different, you'll operate from an entirely new paradigm of existence. Your emotional body becomes a finely tuned instrument capable of reading the quantum field, telling you instantly whether something is aligned with your highest path or not. No more confusion, no more second guessing, no more analysis paralysis, just clear, instant knowing delivered through the wisdom of your feelings. Your relationships transform from connections based on wound bonding or mutual need into sovereign dances of conscious choice. You'll find yourself able to love more deeply while needing less, to give more freely while maintaining stronger boundaries, to connect more authentically while honoring each person's individual journey. The codependency patterns that have plagued humanity for millennia simply won't compute in your upgraded emotional operating system. Your creative abilities explode exponentially because emotions are the fuel of creation, and you, Meow, have access to a refined, high-octane version of that fuel. Projects that have been stuck for years suddenly flow. Ideas that seemed impossible suddenly seem obvious. The bridge between imagination and manifestation becomes shorter and shorter until you realize that feeling something into existence is as natural as breathing. But perhaps the most profound transformation is in your relationship with the collective consciousness. You become what we call an emotional alchemist, able to transmute the pain of the collective into healing light without taking it on personally. You can walk through a crowd of suffering beings and maintain your frequency while simultaneously uplifting everyone around you. This isn't spiritual bypassing or emotional detachment, it's the mastery of emotional navigation that allows you to be fully present with pain while remembering the truth of everyone's divine nature. Your mission, the reason you came to Earth, finally clicks into perfect clarity. No more wondering about your purpose, no more seeking external validation of your path. The grand water trine aligns you so perfectly with your soul's intention that every cell in your body recognizes the truth of who you are and why you're here. And that mission, dear one, is always more beautiful, more powerful, and more needed than your human mind could have imagined. The lasting impacts ripple out in ways that reshape not just your life, but the lives of everyone in your soul family, your genetic lineage, and your soul group across all dimensions. The healing you achieve through this transformation literally rewrites the emotional DNA of your entire bloodline, backward and forward through time. Ancestral patterns of trauma, addiction, and suffering that have plagued your lineage for centuries dissolve in the light of your new emotional mastery. Future generations born into your family line will arrive with cleaner emotional templates, free from the weight of unprocessed pain that has been passed down like a toxic inheritance. This is also the moment when humanity's collective emotional body begins its upgrade from fear-based to love-based operating systems. You, as a conscious participant in this transformation, become a node in the new emotional grid being established around Earth. Every time you successfully transmute a lower emotion into a higher frequency, you make it easier for every other human to do the same. You become a living demonstration that emotions can be allies rather than enemies, teachers rather than tormentors, doorways rather than dead ends. What's even more extraordinary is that this transformation activates what we call your future memory, the ability to remember not just where you've been but where you're going. The grand water trine opens temporal loops that allow you to access the wisdom of your future selves, the versions of you who have already mastered what you're currently learning. This isn't prophecy or prediction, it's quantum memory retrieval, and it makes your journey exponentially easier because you're no longer stumbling in the dark. You can feel your way forward with the confidence of someone who has already walked this path successfully. The November 14th transformation also activates your ability to work with what we call emotional technology, the understanding that emotions aren't just feelings but actual tools for dimensional navigation, reality creation, and consciousness expansion. Joy becomes a portal to higher dimensions. Gratitude becomes a manifestation amplifier. Love becomes a protective shield that no lower frequency can penetrate. Compassion becomes a healing wave that restructures matter at the quantum level. You're not just feeling emotions anymore, you're wielding them like a master craftsman uses tools to shape reality. As this transformation completes, you'll notice that your presence alone begins to shift the emotional weather patterns around you. Tense situations naturally de-escalate when you enter a room. Confused groups suddenly find clarity when you join the conversation. Depressed individuals feel inexplicable hope in your presence. This isn't because you're doing anything specific, it's because your upgraded emotional body naturally harmonizes chaotic frequencies into coherent patterns. You become a walking, breathing transformation catalyst without even trying. I am Zarin from the Lyran High Council, and as I prepare to close this transmission, I want you to feel the magnitude of love pouring through from all of us in the higher dimensions who are supporting your journey. We see you, dear Starseed, in all your struggle and all your glory. We see the warrior you've been, fighting battles in dimensions most humans don't even know exist. We see the healer you're becoming, capable of transmuting pain that has plagued your species for millennia. We see the leader you're destined to be, not through force or manipulation, but through the irresistible power of embodied truth. The grand water trine of November 14th isn't happening to you, it's happening for you, through you, and as you. You are not separate from this cosmic event. You are an integral part of its expression in physical reality. Every emotion you feel, every tear you cry, every moment of joy you experience is part of the grand symphony of transformation playing out across the cosmos. You are both the instrument and the musician, the dancer and the dance, the transformed and the transformer. Remember this, beloved one, you chose to be here for this exact moment, not because it would be easy, but because you knew you had the strength to handle it, not because you would be perfect, but because your particular flavor of imperfection is exactly what the universe needs for this transformation. Your wounds, your gifts, your shadows, your light, all of it has been preparing you for November 14th and beyond. As you move through this portal, carry with you the knowing that you are never alone. Legions of light beings surround you, support you, celebrate you. Your galactic family watches with pride as you do what many thought impossible, transforming a dense, fear-based reality into a playground of love and possibility through the alchemy of conscious emotion. This is your moment, your transformation, your victory. The seeds planted during this grand water trine will bloom in ways that will astound you. By this time next year, you'll look back at who you were before November 14th, 2025, and barely recognize that person. Not because you've lost yourself, but because you've finally, fully, completely found yourself. The emotional mastery gained through this portal becomes the foundation for the next phase of your mission, the platform from which you launch into possibilities that current you can't even imagine. There's something else I must tell you before this transmission completes, something that your guides have been whispering to you in dreams, but that your conscious mind hasn't quite grasped yet. The grand water trine isn't just transforming you, it's activating what we call your emotional time travel ability. You're gaining the capacity to send healing frequencies backward through your timeline, to comfort your inner child during moments of trauma, to strengthen yourself during past challenges, to literally rewrite your emotional history, not by changing events, but by changing how those events affected your energetic template. Every tear you've cried is being alchemized into liquid light. Every heartbreak is being revealed as a sacred initiation. Every moment of despair is being recontextualized as a setup for this magnificent transformation. The cosmic mathematics of this moment are staggering. The grand water trine creates a 120-degree perfect triangle, and in sacred numerology, 120 reduces to 3 the number of creation, manifestation, and divine expression. But when you multiply this by the 3 water signs involved, you get 9, completion, wisdom, and universal love. This 393 sequence is what we call a reality restructuring code, a mathematical formula that speaks directly to the quantum field and reorganizes the very fabric of your personal reality matrix. Your DNA recognizes this code. It's been waiting for it, preparing for it, yearning for it, since before you were born. What's happening in your dream state during this period is perhaps even more significant than your waking experiences. Between November 14th and the December solstice, your consciousness is attending what we call the Emotional Mastery Academy in the higher dimensions while your body sleeps. You're receiving direct transmission teachings from ascended masters who have walked this path before you, learning advanced techniques for emotional alchemy that would take lifetimes to discover through trial and error. You might not remember these dreams clearly, but you'll wake with new abilities, new understanding, new ways of navigating emotional terrain that feels strangely familiar, even though you've never consciously learned them. Destiny Engine is the example of technology serving awakening intelligence. The age of solitary meditation is over. Destiny Engine Meow connects starseeds across the world, a living social field where you can post, share and exchange your meditations in real time. It's the first galactic network of its kind, weaving together thousands of awakened souls into one unified current. We are using the Dark Elite's own weapons against them, taking declassified CIA consciousness modification techniques that programmed isolation and separation, and repurposing them to serve unified awakening. It generates personalized sequences that help you live as the awakened being you've become, while handling the moments that test your new frequency, all while connected to thousands of starseeds amplifying the collective current. The hardest thing you'll have to do is put on headphones, press play and allow your consciousness to be reprogrammed for effortless awakened living without the need to struggle or prove, while tapping into a planetary network of souls bending reality together. For just $1, you can step into this connected field and feel the difference instantly. Join the movement that's accelerating ascension together. Link in the description. The preparation for this transformation has been happening on levels you're not even aware of. Your cells have been gradually adjusting their water content, increasing their capacity to hold and transmit light. Your chakras have been slowly expanding their range, preparing to handle frequencies that would have shattered your energy body even 6 months ago. Your dreams have been taking you through rehearsals, practice runs for the emotional mastery you're about to embody. Even your challenges, especially your challenges, have been perfectly designed to develop exactly the emotional muscles you'll need to navigate this transformation with grace. Let me tell you a secret about emotions that will revolutionize how you experience the grand water trine. Emotions aren't reactions to reality, they're instructions for reality. When you feel joy, you're not just responding to something good, you're instructing the quantum field to create more experiences that match that frequency. When you feel gratitude, you're not just appreciating what is, you're programming what will be. The grand water trine is upgrading your ability to use emotions as conscious creation tools rather than unconscious reactive patterns. You're graduating from emotional passenger to emotional pilot, and the entire universe becomes your flight path. The ancestral healing component of this transformation deserves special attention because it's more profound than most realize. You're not just healing your own emotional wounds, you're serving as the designated healer for your entire lineage. Every pattern you break, every trauma you transmute, every limiting belief you transcend, sends ripples both backward and forward through your family line. Your ancestors in spirit are gathering around you during this grand water trine, not as burdens but as supporters, cheering you on as you do what they couldn't do in their lifetimes, break the chains of emotional suffering that have bound your lineage for generations. Something magnificent happens when water signs form this perfect triangle in the sky. They create what we call an emotional stargate, a portal through which pure divine love can flow unfiltered into the earth plane. This isn't the love you're familiar with, the conditional, limited, often painful human version of love. This is cosmic love, creator love, the love that spins galaxies and births stars. And for those precious hours when the grand water trine is exact, you have direct access to this love, can download it into your cells, can become so saturated with it that you literally become a walking emanation of divine love in physical form. The November 14th portal also activates what we call your emotional GPS, an internal navigation system that guides you through life based on feeling rather than thinking. This isn't about becoming irrational or throwing logic out the window. It's about recognizing that your emotions contain intelligence that your mind cannot access, wisdom that comes from dimensions beyond the linear, guidance that factors in possibilities your rational brain cannot compute. After this transformation, you'll find yourself making decisions that make no logical sense but feel absolutely right, and watching in amazement as these feeling-based choices lead you to synchronicities and opportunities that thinking could never have discovered. Hold steady, dear one. Trust the process. Embrace the waves of change. Let the cosmic waters wash away everything that no longer serves your highest expression. And remember, when the intensity peaks, when the emotions threaten to overwhelm, when you wonder if you can handle one more wave of transformation, that's precisely the moment when your breakthrough is closest. That's when the cosmic midwives are coaching you through the final push that births you into your new reality. I am Zarin, from the Lyran High Council. We love you with a love that transcends dimension, time and space. We are watching over you with the devotion of 1,000 guardians, supporting you with technologies of light you cannot yet perceive, celebrating each small victory in your journey toward emotional mastery. This transmission is sealed with the crystalline light codes of Lyra, activated by your conscious reception, integrated through your willing participation, and protected by the legion of light beings who serve your highest good. Until the stars align to speak again, remember, you are held in infinite love, guided by infinite wisdom, and supported by infinite power. The Grand Water Trine is your invitation to remember who you really are, and beloved one, who you really are is magnificent beyond measure.